Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Body Shop. I am your host, Andre Brick St. Clair. My in-studio co-host, Mr. Brian Canone. My special guest, Mr. John Ryan. And on the line, we have WBFF CEO, Paul Dillett. And Paul was talking about the criticism that the WBFF has received from a lot of people that, truly don't understand it. And Paul's, for lack of a better term, was like, I really don't care. Paul's organization is out there making stars. You win the show, I guarantee you this. Not I will give it to you, but I guarantee it. You understand what I'm saying? Paul just puts on a remarkable show. And he has since partnered with my in-studio co-host, Mr. Brian Canone, for the show coming up April 16th, 2011 at the Oakdale Theater in Wallingford. And right before the commercial break, I was saying that this is your chance to not just earn a pro card and walk around and say, okay, I'm a pro, but this is your chance to be an international pro, to travel overseas and do something with an organization that is about the competitors and not about the promoter pocketing all the money. You know what I mean? Now, B, when you initially wanted to partner with Paul,
yes.
Okay, what was the motivation or the driving force going into that initial phone call when you and Paul first spoke?
Well, I had left the federation and ran independently last year, and during this time, I was watching what Paul was doing. I saw it starting with MySpace, and then I saw it on Facebook, and I was really watching what he was doing. I loved what he was doing. The one thing that made it hard for me was that it was hard because it was like the federation was in Canada, and at the same time it was like there was bodybuilding, but I was a drug-free show and this one wasn't, and so I was like, I don't know if I want to really make this phone call just yet, but I did. And then it was just, you start to talk about this, and it reminds me of a conversation I just had this Monday. Okay, I get a phone call. I'm driving home, and I pull in my driveway, bang, my phone rings. I'm like, all right, I know this guy. I'm not going to say what it is, but I knew this guy, and I go, all right, he's a natural pro bodybuilder. He's called me up, and he goes, I'm coming to your show. Good. I go, great. You're going to see something you've never seen before. Get ready.
Right,
right. So he goes, well, I'm thinking about this federation. I go, good. Excellent. I go, it's great. I go, well, he's like, well, I want to do one last show with this other federation. I want to finish up, and then I'm thinking about crossing over to the WBFF. Can you tell me a little bit about it? And I go, yes. Here's the thing. I go, bodybuild. You're a 180-pound bodybuilder. Okay. What do you expect to do in the whole industry? I'm talking about putting you at the top, okay? You can't be a 180-pound bodybuilder compared to guys who are 280 competing. So if you want to be the best of a fitness person, you need to start considering the idea of fitness model.
Right.
You have to at least think about this idea, because you could be at the top of the game at that.
Right.
But you can't be at the top of the game at 180 pounds. I'm sorry.
As a bodybuilder.
Happen. No. You got to change everything. You got to really look at a different path. Okay? That's not where this is going.
Okay.
If you want to be on a stage like American Idol and you really want to be a star and you want to be on the covers of fitness magazines, you could absolutely do it if you change your tag of what you're considering yourself.
Okay.
And I went through a list of guys who are in his range. And I said, all these guys are making covers.
Right.
Okay? Now, and he goes, well, what if I want to do both federations? Well, you can't expect me to go to Paul and start putting time and effort into you and you don't realize that has a monetary value.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
The effort that's going to go behind you has a monetary value. Don't do it if you think you're going to jump ship back and forth.
Right.
Okay? You got to be ready to make a move. So we talked about it, and it's just, it's something that people have to come to understand, that, you can be 180 pounds, where the majority of most guys are in that range. They're under 200 pounds, and they're competing, and they look fantastic, and they have more opportunity at that type of level. So that's something that I just think has to really grow, and the people have to start accepting, which I think they are going to.
Right.
After they start seeing what's going on.
Okay. Now, Paul.
Yes.
With the opportunity that Brian is talking about and the bodybuilder that he spoke to, okay, your federation is one that has been at the forefront of pushing fitness modeling for the females as well as for the males, which is not, it's something that really is just beginning to catch on. But when did you first have the vision of, you know what, let me promote this because this is where the future of fitness is heading?
Well, you know what, I mean, it's like to step back a bit, Andre, and one of the things that you talked about is all the incredible competitors who have came over to us and all the other incredible competitors. And, we explained that WBFF, it's more like World Wrestling Entertainment. It's like entertainment. It's more entertainment than anything else. That's why I said we are the Victoria's Secret of fitness.
Right.
And there's a lot of there's hundreds of thousands of girls out there who would love to be a Victoria's Secret model, but unfortunately, there's only going to be 10 or so girls that's going to be selected. Well, you know what, girls? Now you have another opportunity. The WBFF is here, and you don't have to be someone who has been competing or modeling for 5 years. You could just be the girl who sat at home and said, I would love to model. I'd love to be a Victoria's Secret model, but I can't make it. I'd love to be a runway model. I can't make it. Well, you know what? The WBFF is for you. We're not just for the best of the best. We're also here for the best of the best young talent. So young talent who's never hit the stage, young talent who's never modeled. This is the place for you. We're here for you also. And the whole fitness modeling thing on the guy side of things, I just felt that in my era when I was competing, I felt like we peaked. I felt like bodybuilding as a whole, it peaked. And looking at where things are, and just with the whole drug thing and so much scandal and baseball players getting put in jails for stuff like this. I just see that it's looked upon with a black eye. So no one can compete with the IFBB when it comes to bodybuilding. They are the best bodybuilding organization on the planet. The best bodybuilders in the world compete in the IFBB. The best fitness organization on the planet is WBFF. We don't like it. It's just too goddamn bad.
That's right.
We're not, like I said, we're not trying to follow. We're not trying to imitate anyone. Not trying to be like anyone. We're being our own. We're doing our own thing, and we just find that for us, fitness modeling is something that we would rather pursue heavily and try to be and be the leader in that department. Did we start fitness modeling? No, we didn't start it, but we plan to perfect it. So
well said.
We're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but what we're doing is we're taking that wheel from being a square wheel, and we're making it into a round wheel. And that's what we're doing with the whole male fitness modeling and the female fitness modeling. It's an evolution. It's an evolution, and we have the absolute best male fitness model in the world in the WBFF, male and female. We got the best bikini model. Any girl who don't agree with it, step on our stage and see. Any guy who don't agree, challenge our winners. We got Michael McFarland, amazing competitor. We have Obi Wadike, Rob Riches, David Kimarella, Michael Assert, Washington Candido. I mean, the name, I can't even reel off all them on all them on it. Amazing. We have guys that could be on the cover of GQ magazine anytime.
That's right.
Some people say, Paul is not following his roots with bodybuilding. It's not that I'm not following my roots with bodybuilding. I've done a lot for my bodybuilders also. I've given my bodybuilders paid contracts.
Right. I've
done everything I've done for my fitness model guys and girls and figure girls. Everything I do for any of those guys, I do for them also. It just so happened that we're not big in bodybuilding. You come to our show, and we don't have 280-pound bodybuilders, nor do I want 280-pound bodybuilders. No. Bodybuilders that I look for is classic, is more classic bodybuilding. You know, I'm sorry, but that's what I grew up as a kid. That's what I grew up, you know, wanting to look like. That's what I want. You know, the Serge Nubert, the Bob Harris, the Frank Zane, guys with washboard. Where's the washboard stomach?
Right.
Where's the Cobra-like V-taper?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you see with that?
No one.
So, I mean, don't hate me because I don't want that. The look that's there now, I don't want. You know, do these guys work hard? They work so hard. I know how hard they work. Do I appreciate them? Yes, I appreciate them, 100%. I see some of them are actually starting to make. A lot of guys are making some good money now. I'm extremely happy for them. I'm so happy for them. It's just not the direction that we go in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it was for bodybuilding, my organization would be dead.
Right.
It would have been dead the first year. You know, so it is the male fitness model. And now we've started a new category, our muscle model, which is the guy who, like you're talking about, Brian, where he, you know, you're like, well, you know what? Listen, buddy, you can be the best natural bodybuilder in the world, and you still don't make any money. Why not come with us and maybe be a fitness model, or maybe be a muscle model, where we can then guarantee to get you covers. We can help you to get paid. We can do so much more for you. But being the best natural bodybuilder in the world, you still don't make any money. You know, so be a fitness model, because the companies sign the big, huge 280-pound guys, and they get the contract. We're saying, we want you. We want you to come with us. We want you to come with us, and we want you to be our muscle model. We want you to come with us, and we want you to be our male fitness model.
Absolutely.
You know? Because we can help you. We can do good things for you.
Now, Paul, you know what? From a fan's point of view, okay, it's very interesting for those out there that does not know who Paul Dillett is, Google him, okay? Paul will tell you that himself if you ever question him. You know what? Google me. But for those that do not know who Paul Dillett is, okay?
The quote went something more like this. I would never be broke. Google me.
That's right. Yeah. That's Paul's favorite saying. You know, I will never be broke. Google me. But, Paul, the thing you touched on, and what I want to reiterate, is you're not looking for the 280-pound bodybuilder. Okay, you're looking for the guy that you can promote, that will help promote the WBFF. And I'm just paraphrasing. But what makes it stand out so much is, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy, okay, who brought the word freak to bodybuilding. Like, Paul is the reason Ronnie Coleman is as massive as he is. Paul is the reason why guys are, you know, trying to get 23-inch arms. This is the man who's now saying, you know what, that peaked. I've done that. Let's move on. I want everybody to have a chance, because everybody that's competing in the NPC, everybody that's competing in, you know, the local fitness shows, that's not even a regional show, everyone that's competing, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Well, this is what he... Are you going to finish?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You know, you're not going to get anything out of it. However, if you take the chance and you invest in a company that wants to invest in you, here is your chance to be a star. And I think that's one of the things that makes the WBFF stand out that much more, you know?
Well, just what I wanted to add on that. It's the same thing I was telling that guy who's a 180-pound natural bodybuilder. I said, you have to realize that you have to have a goal in mind, an end goal in mind. And it's not just to win a show in front of 300 people and be with your buddies who you're competing against in your show. It's when you finally realize that I want to take this to the next level.
Right.
You know, and when you do decide that, it's to realize that promotion and promoting of yourself should come before the show and not after.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expect to go in a show and win first or second place and then there's nothing going to happen, because the next show, everybody's gearing up towards the next show.
Right.
So you have to put yourself in a situation that you want to be pushed. So you have to create those promotional videos, create some articles about yourself, take those photos and do the photo shoots, give them to somebody like Paul and let him give you the push.
Right.
Because it's not going to happen if you don't do anything.
I totally agree with you.
And that has to do a lot with what he says about the thing. Google me. Because now he's online that much that there's a popularity and there's a buzz.
That's right.
You have to create the buzz again that's in the direction of what you want to be known for. And where is it going to go back to? Like, what is it that you're pushing? You know? So that's it all ties in.
Okay. Now, Paul, the Fitness Atlantic Championships is taking place in Wallingford, Connecticut, April 16th, 2011. The winner of that show, be it
each division,
right? The winner of each division then earns
a pro card,
the WBFF pro card. Okay, and they will be competing at the Quebec Championships in Gatineau, Quebec, and that's April 3rd.
They'll actually be competing in August 27th.
The World.
Oh, okay.
Go right to the World.
I apologize. So you go from the Fitness Atlantic in April, and you automatically get your pro card, and now the organization brings you to the World Championships, August 27th, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Ask yourself this question. What organization out there, besides WBFF, is okay, I'm sorry. Okay, now, hold on, Paul. I'm against technical difficulties. All right. I'm sorry. Brian's actually messing me up. He's talking to me behind the scenes. I'm trying to get a great point out.
I'm trying to know what you're gonna say.
No, I was gonna ask what organization out there, okay, that you're competing in that you can honestly say I'm a world champion if I win. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was going to say. That's what the WBFF is bringing, is giving you the opportunity to not just say, I am a random pro. You know, Paul's giving you a chance to make a star
well, you get
out
to
of
put
yourself.
the title pro in front of your name now and push yourself. Like when we talked to, we actually had David Kimberly on the line the other day, and he said he was a successful fitness model before he competed.
That's right.
So a lot of our conversation was, Dave, why did you decide to compete when you've already had the covers, the endorsement deals? And he goes, well, actually, I didn't have endorsement deals until I was able to put pro in front of my name. I really believe that's what got me my endorsement contract.
That's right. And now David Kimberly, ladies and gentlemen, is competing with the WBFF. You know. Now, Paul, for the athletes, okay, the athletes that will be listening to the Body Shop, that are listening right now, tell them a little bit about what they can expect from you or the WBFF should they choose to, you know, make that leap of faith over to you.
Well, you know, I mean, the WBFF opens its door to everyone. It don't matter what organization you're with. We personally don't have anything against any organization whatsoever. You know, we just don't. It's like I said, we're in our own corner doing our own thing. We don't love them. We don't hate them. We just don't think about them. You know, I wish them all the best. They do their things. We do ours. And for the competitors who want to come over, who wish to come to the WBFF, you know, the one thing that we promise is this: no one will market them the way we do. Absolutely no one. You know, I mean, no one creates the amount of opportunities that we do. You know,
absolutely.
The proof is in the pudding. I mean, there are competitors who you might see that we might announce that we've signed very lucrative deals, but there's also so many other competitors that we've signed contracts, have got contracts with. From the month of February, I think we signed about maybe 7 or 8 of our competitors all got contracts, and they all got very decent contracts. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Not.
Those are the opportunity. How many covers have we had already for the year? So as a WBF, when you come over to the WBFF, what you come for is the experience. You come because you know that my team, from Brian to everyone involved, my wife, the family, all my guys who work the web, they're all going to work for you. They're going to be out there promoting you and pushing you. The only thing I don't want is for people to think that, well, if I come over, then I'm entitled to this. You know? Look, we do this because we want to do this for our athletes. We want to do good things for them. And we do want to know that you appreciate it. We do want to know. And you know what? It does make the organization promote you a hell of a lot more when you're promoting them also, because it's a two-way street. It's
right.
Give and take. You can't. A lot of athletes, well, they expect the WBFF to promote them, but they don't promote the WBFF. You have to. And if you're going to be a WBFF pro, be proud. Be proud to be a WBFF pro. You should have that in front of before your name. WBFF pro, you know, so and so. You know, people shouldn't have to guess if you're a pro. You should be proud to be a part of this organization. Be proud to be a part of something that, you know what, these people care about us. They care about us. It shows. It shows with having my whole family involved within the organization. You look backstage and all you see, you know, is from my father-in-law to the mother-in-law, my brother, my mother, niece and nephews. The whole family is involved in running these events, and maybe that's why people like the people who do like us so much, because they do get that family touch where they feel like, you know, the whole family, their family, they treated us so nice, they greeted us. And I'm not going to tell people all the things that we do backstage, because you know what, like I said, you know, let them, some of the people who are listening, let them come and experience it for themselves. Let them see what we do and what we do for our competitors, so they know that, you know, when they walk away, like I said, for us, the most important thing is for them to have an amazing experience. And you know, the opportunities, we have some of the best photographers in the industry. I see girls promoting that. I mean, oh, this is why I'm with so-and-so, because they just got me a photo shoot. Well, Jesus, if we were to count the amount of photo shoots we get people, it would never end. We're always setting up photo shoots for our competitors. Like I said, with some of the absolute best photographers in the industry. We set them up with the photographers. We set them up with the magazine. We have our own magazine, which I'm proud to say, it's now being read by more than 150,000 people per month. Our last issue, within 24 hours, was read by more than 10,000 people. I mean, so I think we do have a lot to offer, you know, competitors out there. And, you know, we're not trying to take anything away from anyone. We're not trying to bash any organization. I think they're all doing their own thing. It's just we do different things. And I mean, do I have anything against anyone? No. Do some people hate on us? That's okay. People are going to hate, because when they stop hating, that means we're not doing things right anymore.
You know what, Paul? You're absolutely right. And I always say that success breeds envy, and the best revenge you can have is to strictly be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, my in-studio co-host, Mr. Brian Canone, my special guest, Mr. John Ryan. Paul, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day, calling into the Body Shop. Unfortunately, I would love to continue this, but, you know, I do got to sign off. Paul, thank you so much for calling in. Ladies and gentlemen, never forget, the best of the best compete with the WBFF. And once again, keep God first and everything will be okay. This is Andre Brick Sinclair signing off, saying, I'll see you when I see you.